What if there was a game on the blockchain where every move that you make could automatically send real Ethereum to the developers who keep Ethereum running, not through a promise or a donation or a pledge, but through a code that executes on its own and that can be checked by anyone? You can see one transaction on your screen that is on the Arbitrum. At the end of the previous cycle, the protocol sent 1.72 Ethereum straight to protocol guild. This isn't a pledge, this is a transaction, and it happens automatically every cycle. Now, what if that same game also created unique digital art pieces generated from real physics simulation instead of artificial intelligence? We're talking about NFTs here. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a very clear and step-by-step look at Cosmic Signature, which is a project on Arbitrum that combines on-chain participation, automatic public goods funding, and deterministic generative art. Now, if you don't understand it right now, don't worry. I'm going to explain everything in simple and easy steps. So by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what Cosmic Signature is and how you can participate in it. But before we dive in, I want to be completely transparent. This video is part of a paid partnership with Cosmic Signature. My opinions are still my own, and as always, this is not a financial advice. Nothing here is a recommendation to buy, sell, or to participate. So always do your own research and only use funds that you can afford to lose. Now, let's start by understanding what Cosmic Signature actually is in simple terms, because some of these words, they do sound technical at first. So, Cosmic Signature is what's called a procedural on-chain art protocol. By procedural, we're referring that the art is created automatically by computer code that are following a set of fixed rules rather than being drawn by hand or being generated by artificial intelligence. The on-chain here means that everything, the rules, the participant actions, the art generation, and the reward distribution, it happens and it is permanently recorded on the blockchain so everyone can verify it. And in this case, the chain is Arbitrum, which is an Ethereum layer 2 solution. So anyone can look it up and they can verify it, just like we saw the transaction at the start of the video. By art protocol, that means it's a system that is designed to create and distribute unique digital artworks, also known as NFTs, in a transparent and rule-based way. The founder of this project is Taras Bobrovitsky, who previously created the Random Walk NFT collection. Now, this whole thing lives on Arbitrum, which is a faster and cheaper layer on top of Ethereum. The main way that people interact with Cosmic Signature is by making what the project calls a gesture. Now, a gesture is simply your participation action. You open up the app, you connect your wallet, and you send either a small amount of Ethereum or the project's native token that is called CST to the protocol. That single transaction, it counts as one gesture, and it does three things. It extends the timer of the current event, it records your participation, and it gives you some CST tokens. You can think of it like placing a move or making a play in an ongoing game, and each gesture is your way of taking part and shaping what happens next. Now, these gestures, they happen inside something called a performance cycle, which is basically a timed round or an event window. A cycle starts with a countdown timer. Every time someone makes a gesture, the timer gets extended by roughly 1 hour. This means the cycle can last much longer than the starting time if people keep participating. And when the timer finally reaches 0 and no new gestures arrive, the cycle automatically ends or it's finalizes. At that moment, the protocol distributes everything that was collected during the cycle according to its built-in rules. So now that the basic ideas are clear, like what a gesture is, what a cycle is, and what the overall protocol does, let's look at how everything actually works together. So when a cycle finalizes, the total amount of Ethereum that is collected, which is called the cycle reserve, it gets split across more than 10 different allocation tracks that are written into the smart contracts. And you can actually see all these different allocations on their website. The largest share, that is 25% of the cycle reserve, it goes to the signature allocation. This is awarded to the person who made the very last gesture of that cycle. Along with their share of Ethereum, they also receive 1000 CST and one Cosmic Signature NFT. Now, another 8% goes to the Chrono Warrior allocation. This rewards the participant who held the position of last gesture maker for the longest continuous stretch of time during the cycle. There are also random stellar selections, which are like on-chain random picks that gives small amount of Ethereum shares and NFTs to other participants who made gestures during the cycle. So if you own and anchor a Cosmic Signature NFT to the protocol, you can earn a proportional share of 6% of every cycle's Ethereum going forward, as long as it stays anchored. And importantly, 7% of every cycle's Ethereum is automatically forwarded to a public goods recipient, starting with the protocol guild. Now this protocol guild, it supports more than 170 core Ethereum developers who maintain the blockchain itself. Now this transfer happens directly in the code with no middleman and no way for anyone to stop it once the cycle ends. In the previous cycle, 1.72 Ethereum was sent this way, and you can actually see the exact transaction on the Arbitrum, which I've already shown in the video. Now in the current cycle that is running right now, more than 2.66 Ethereum is already set aside for the same purpose. Roughly half of the Ethereum in each cycle compounds forward into the next cycle's reserve. And this lets the overall prot grow naturally over time. Now, one of the most straightforward design choices is that 0 Ethereum goes to any team wallet. There is no mechanism in the contracts that allows the team to take a cut from the cycle reserves. The team even added 20 Ethereum of their own money to help start the current cycle. And all contracts are audited and they are publicly viewable. And the entire system, including the art code, is released as CCO, meaning it's fully public domain and open for anyone to use or improve. And beyond the funding side, the art itself is created through real physics. Every Cosmic Signature NFT is a deterministic simulation of the three-body problem. 3 celestial bodies that are orbiting each other under gravity. And because gravity creates chaotic motion, you can see tiny differences in starting positions lead to beautiful, unpredictable looking paths. Now the protocol runs 100,000 possible orbits for each NFT. It simulates the best one with 1,000,000 precise physics steps, and it turns the result into high quality video and image files. Now, since the starting seed comes from an on-chain data, the same seed will always produce the exact same artwork. So you can reproduce any piece yourself. There is no AI involved at any step. These NFTs are not sold in a regular mint. They are given out automatically to people who receive allocations, or they win random selections at the end of each cycle. You can also anchor one of these NFTs to earn ongoing Ethereum shares from future cycles. The system also has a strategic layer. Because the biggest reward goes to the final gesture of the cycle, there is ongoing competition for that spot. The Chrono Warrior track especially rewards patience and good timing rather than simply spending the most money. Right now, in the life cycle, you can actually watch this competition happening in real time on the app. The project even showed how it handles problems openly. In the first cycle, someone made hundreds of gestures in the very first second, and instead of ignoring it or banning participants, the team updated the CST reward rules for the current cycle so that making gestures too quickly earns almost nothing, while spacing them out earns more. This change rewards thoughtful participation, and it was implemented before the new cycle started. The previous cycle ran for over 37 days. It recorded 895 gestures, and it distributed 9.12 Ethereum exactly according to the rules. The complete record of who received what is still publicly available for anyone to check. Now, to see any of this yourself, what you're going to do is go to cosmicsignature.com. Link will be in the description. From there, you can open up the live app to watch the current cycle's timer and reserve. You can actually make a gesture if you want to participate. You can browse the past artworks, and you can review the contracts and allocation history. The CST token trades on Uniswap, on Arbitrum too. They also have a Discord server, which is really useful for following live updates as the cycle progresses. And I'm going to put down the link for the Discord in the description as well, so make sure that you check that out. The current cycle is live right now, as you can see. So the numbers that you will be seeing will be updating in real time. Now, to recap in simple terms, Cosmic Signature lets people participate through gestures inside timed cycles. These cycles automatically distribute collected Ethereum to participants, to random winners, to NFT anchor holders, and most notably and nobly, to Ethereum's core public goods funding. At the same time, the system generates unique, reproducible physics-based art that participants can earn. Everything is transparent, it is verifiable on the blockchain, and it's designed without any team extraction from the reserve. Once again, this is not a financial advice. On-chain activities, they carry risk, so verify everything yourself on the live app and contracts before making any decision. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure that you like it, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to give you guys all the links that will be in the description, including their Discord server, their website, and also their Twitter. So make sure that you follow them over there for all the latest updates. And let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next video shortly. So stay tuned.